to expect for this week, the market outlook, and we are looking set to hit a new all-time high. But are we still there yet? That's the most important thing. Or are we going to face another move back or another correction that is coming in? And of course, not forget, today we have the Bitcoin event in US. Okay, Bitcoin 2025. Every year they will have the Bitcoin event in Nevada, okay, Las Vegas. So nonetheless, we can see here, I think that most likely there could be a high possibility of the crypto market to hit higher. And of course, Bitcoin, maybe it could hit 120,000 max. So yeah, I think a lot of bullish scenario here. I think a lot of analysts are mentioning that it could go higher than that. But nonetheless, I'm going to be conservative on the approach for 122. What's more, we're approaching around 114 to 116 area. Okay, so I think most likely market needs a breather. Market needs to have a short-term pullback at least, because what we can see right now in the last 7 weeks, there is no reversal at all the way green. There's no red candle at all. So you have to be very cautious on the movement. So nothing goes up on the straight line, nothing goes down on the straight line as well. There will be pullback. Okay, there will be higher highs, higher lows in order for the market to trend higher. Okay, so nonetheless, we can see here, this is the technical side. So this is drawn by one of the expert analysts mentioning to go higher, right? So later you can also view this, okay, on this trading view. All right. So yeah, nonetheless, I would expect maybe we might see a base that maybe could form somewhere around 90, 98 all the way to 93,000. Okay, maybe there could be a chance of a pullback. Okay, so if there's any chance of a pullback, okay, major pullback before breakout. Okay, so far now BTC is still struggling around 111,000. Okay, so should we see a breakdown below, maybe the base demand zone will be somewhere around 86 to 91K. Okay, or strong support around 96 to 99,000. So this is the area where most likely people will be buying the dip, or will probably be placing their buy limit orders to recapture their buying position again, or to ride into the bandwagon of this trend, bullish trend. All right, so yeah, overall it's very bullish, but again, the pullback is much needed. So this is the scenario, 86.91 or 96 to 99K. This is the expectation of a pullback, okay, if we were to see one. Okay, so this is the first article here. So this is on the technical side. Then moving on next. Okay, so next one, very important as well. So as you know that the Trump's administration, okay, the Trump media, okay, I think in the last 24 to 48 hours that the Trump team have already mentioning that they want to raise totaling about 2.5 billion, okay, by tomorrow, right, which is 29th of May. Why? Is because they want to create a Bitcoin treasury yield, okay, as Bitcoin strategic reserve for the US economy, okay, for the government, okay, for saving purposes as well. So yeah, overall this is also very, very bullish. Okay, so yeah, we can see all these keynote here. Okay, issue is common stock worth about 1.5B and 1B in convertible senior secured notes. Okay, all right, and then with this move, this is to bid to support the Bitcoin network in the US. So as you know that US will always try to be the leading indicator in all sectors. So they're trying to lead as well for the crypto market. And then you can see here, Wall Street analysts expect the BTC price to enter its euphoric phase in the 2025 bull run soon. Yeah, so now we are already in May, end of May. Okay, so how many more months left should we see the bull market peak? Okay, so yeah, I think probably by Q4 this year, we should see a peak if there's any chance. Okay, so yeah, nonetheless, I think overall this is very bullish. This could be also sell the news event. I think this also will be brought up during the Bitcoin conference, which is happening today itself. Okay, okay, so yeah, overall totaling about 2.5 billion. All right, totaling 2.5 billion. And then if you look at the market impact on the Bitcoin adoption, also is quite huge. Okay, why? Is because of the Trump's administration, they have created this account, which is also known as World Liberty Finance, WLF. It's like a hedge fund where they are actually buying and holding crypto, just for crypto alone. And you can be able to track this company via the blockchain under their address. So you can see what kind of coin that they are buying and they are holding. Okay, so this is also a good strategic move. from the Trump's administration. Then moving on next. Okay, so we're going to see here, right? Altcoins. So a lot of people are mentioning when it's altcoin season. So a lot of people is still waiting on the sidelines, or probably would have held their alts for the last 2 years, and probably they are still down in position, probably still underwater. Okay, because why the alts are not performing against the Bitcoin? As you know that Bitcoin dominance still dominates. Okay, Bitcoin is still leading. Okay, so far for this cycle, it's going to be a challenge, is because it is only a Bitcoin movement rather than alts. So not alts will perform. Okay, only a certain altcoins will perform. Okay, only with utility, with use cases, okay, that can able to perform. All right, so Bitcoin leads altcoin stall. Okay, very important is to measure the Bitcoin dominance, like I already mentioned to you guys. And then if you look at the total market cap, okay, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay, so we are already at the resistance zone. Okay, already at the resistance zone, so you can be very cautious here around this level for altcoins only. So if you're going to break down, then most likely majority of the alts will lead even more. Okay, will be down. Okay, so yeah, overall we can see the setup for alts are not promising. Okay, so only Bitcoin at the moment that is actually rallying at the moment. So you have to be very cautious, and of course the alts that you pick also you have to be very conservative. Okay, so overall the BTC trend is just much stronger. Okay, and it's in all cycle throughout the whole cycle. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so this is echoed by many analysts who continue to favor Bitcoin over altcoins for now, right? So which is very, very true. Okay, right? You can see Bitcoin is only leading now, and most of the alts are actually down. Okay, then next, okay, so I think we have also another bullish sentiment that is coming in from the Ethereum side. So as you know that MicroStrategy have been heavily accumulating for Bitcoin, but nonetheless we can see there could be a new company which is following MicroStrategy style of accumulating Bitcoin, but this is the opposite, right? So 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀 is also another company that heavily adopts Ethereum as a treasury strategy. That is why you can see most likely Ethereum price could also rally or to spike. Okay, so this is also another bullish move. Okay, why? Is because 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀 is a 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀 Gaming. Okay, it's one of the company. Okay, it's a public listed company in Nasdaq. Okay, established the first ETH treasury. Okay, backed by Ethereum co-founder 𝗀𝗀𝗺𝗀. So they went in about 425 million, totaling about 120,000 each. So this is what they're doing. They've been accumulating very similar like MicroStrategy, how they accumulate Bitcoin. Okay, so you can see here, spearheaded by Ethereum co-founder 𝗀𝗀𝗺𝗀, mirror the same move like MicroStrategy, successful Bitcoin treasury strategy. Okay, so yeah, I think they are doing the same, very similar strategy. Only thing is that they just continue to accumulate more Ethereum every single time. So probably this could be very bullish. Okay, so open interest prints new highs as Ethereum could hit to 3,000. So yeah, I think it's been long waited. I think the Ethereum price also has been stagnant for the last 2 years as well. Okay, so we're going to see how this thing is going to play out with this accumulation from 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀, whether or not will it pay off with this strategy. Okay, so moving on next. Okay, so we can see here. Okay, we have the Bitcoin conference that's happening right now. All right, so you can see this is happening every single year, especially in the US. Okay, so yeah, this is only Bitcoin. Mostly are Bitcoin maximalists. Okay, we have Michael Saylor. Okay, we have the Eric Trump. Okay, and then yeah, the sons, and then JD Vance, Vice President of US. And then we have Jack Mallett. Okay, I think he's CEO of I think it's a new company. Okay, I think it's another Bitcoin strategy move. They've been also accumulating Bitcoin. So a lot of high net worth individuals are also there to actually give speech on Bitcoin as well. So actually, if you are really into crypto, it is good to actually go to this type of events for networking, okay, to educate yourself as well. Okay, so there are a lot of events every single year, not only Bitcoin 2025, okay, but I think the upcoming one will be in Singapore, which is token 2049. So maybe you might want to participate as well. So there are a lot of programs here, right? Agenda. Okay, you can see once you paid for the event, I think there are a lot of topics that they're going to discuss. Okay, very important topics. And then, of course, it's good to educate yourself as well on what's really happening. Okay, so yeah, full day, 9 all the way to 5, you get 5 or 6. Yep, so it's like a 2 or 3 days event. And then there's another one here, maybe you can also consider, token 2049. Right? So this is the one. So last year we went, yeah, this one was in Singapore. Okay, so you can able to go. So I think this round will be 1st and 2nd October. Always falls within the same week of the Formula One. Okay, so 2 days. Okay, you can start to prepare yourself if you really want to go. Okay, go for networking and then of course get to know what's really happening in the crypto industry. Okay, you can get your tickets here. Okay, you want to pay in USD or crypto. Okay, so yeah, overall very good. Okay, and then you can see who are the speakers. Okay, and then this is the price at the moment, I think. 399. Okay, for 2 days event. 399 US. Okay, so you can see speakers here. Okay, meet our speakers, so you can see. Right, so all these are quite experienced. They are also a founder of their own token. Some are tokens, some are developers. Okay, Vitalik, okay, co-founder of Ethereum. Solana co-founder, Anatoly. Richard Tang, CEO of Binance. So all these are quite well known. Okay, so yeah, I think this is what you need to have in your crypto toolkit if you are really serious to venturing into crypto. Okay, getting to know more and educate yourself. All right, then moving on next with the other news. So other news like this is coming in from sentiment. So you can see what's really happening now in the market. Are we at what is the fear and greed sentiment like? Okay, so far if you look here and this yellow line, we are currently somewhere almost hitting this red dotted line, which is crowd FOMO foreshadows price drop. Okay, so our traders showing a high level of FOMO as Bitcoin market value range around 110,000 level. So also quite concerned there around this level. Okay, but the euphoria has come down a bit with the markets moving the opposite direction. Okay, should we expect this to be the top? Okay, maybe it could be or could be not. And then we have highlighted 3 spots where there is a dangerous level of euphoria, 3 spots where traders were overly fearful, and then look for spots where bearish commentary is outweighing the bullish as they continue to present great spot for opening and adding. Okay, so yeah, I think we are now in between, or probably almost reaching at this level here. So you have to be very cautious. Then another thing also you can know is that to look at the fear and greed index, right? Fear and greed index is also a good indicator. You know what's really happening. Okay, so you can see here, fear and greed. Okay, so this is also another indicator. Okay, you can see fear and greed. What is the sentiment right now? So at the moment now, we can see now, it is greed. Okay, 71. Okay, so for those of you who do not know how to use this chart, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. But when investors are getting too greedy, it means the market is due for correction. So we are already at the greed, so you already know what to expect. Okay, you don't want to buy when there's greed. You want to buy when there's fear. So you are already at the greed level, so you might want to really put on hold first on your buying, okay, on your trading. We're going to see how the market is going to react in the next few days. Okay, so that's how it works, the fear and greed index. So currently we are at greed at the moment. Then moving on next. Okay, so another thing to take note, okay, is about your portfolio, your investment, trading, and of course, complacency. Very, very important. Okay, so I think a lot of people are here. They invest and then they tend not to care about their portfolio, or probably they see their portfolio, has been going up and down, fluctuating, or probably have been increasing by leaps and bounds. Okay, so again, you can see here, this is also another lesson that you can be able to learn. Okay, I become more and more numb to money. Why? It's because why? Invest or trade, I see big numbers on screen, which is the profit and loss. Okay, everything what you see on the screen is just virtual. Okay, it's just virtual. Okay, All right. So yeah, a lot of people tend to get complacent, tend to not bother. And then this leads to a huge catastrophe. Okay. So it's mostly weakness because you start treating profits like monopoly money. You don't feel real. Because why? You don't feel real because you don't cash out. You don't convert it to your own local currency or to USDT. You tend to hold it, right? You tend to hodl, right? Diamond hands. That's what most of the community always say. Don't sell. Okay, hodl, but don't know until when. Okay, so these are a few recommendations. Okay, so stop treating profits as just numbers on screen. Okay, start attaching meaning to them, right? So you're gonna start to, take practice to learn how to take profits. Okay, whether it's your profit, whether it's your capital. The moment when you get your airdrop, what is your moment of decision? Are you just going to collect, claim, or and then just leave it aside, or are you going to claim and sell half and keep half? Okay, or you probably sell to convert to Bitcoin or Ethereum. So that is your moment of decision. Because a lot of people, they go into crypto, they just know how to go in, but don't know how to come out. Easy to go in, but how to come out. Okay, and then they keep topping up, hard money, new fresh money from their pocket. Keep topping up and topping up, but do not know how to even withdraw their capital also. So end of the day, they round trip the position, right? So here, at the end of the day, profits are profits. Okay, doesn't matter how rich or poor you are, getting rewarded by the market is a gift, right? Rewarded by the market, unless you take profit, unless you realize your gains. Okay, so learn from other people's mistake. Okay, don't wait for the killer trade to round trip. So again, a lot of people have that kind of expectation. So when they buy a token, let's say example Sui, now it's about how much now? About $3 or 3.6. So they expect to sell somewhere maybe about $5. And then if the price don't go to $5, what are you going to do? You're just going to wait. Or what happens if it goes below your entry, which is your below 360? So what are you going to do? So that's the thing that a lot of people lose money. Okay, round trip their position. Okay, so don't let solid gains evaporate. Okay, profit is profit until you realize that. Okay, so money isn't yours until you close that position, which is very true. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just look into the screen. Oh, very nice to see. But at the end of the day, if you do not realize that gain, there is no point. So paper profits aren't real. They won't upgrade your life. Okay, so again, lesson there. Okay, you should have a plan how you can able to take profits, especially your capital. If you're 1x or 2x up, what is your moment of decision? And then how are you going to plan to continue with the next phase? Okay, which is the next bull run again. Okay, because we've seen a lot of people come in, they buy, and then they ride all the way up to the bull market peak and all the way down to the bear market. And at the end of the day, they literally lost everything. 90% drawdown. So the cost of opportunity also gone. So you wasted your time, your money, and your effort by just doing that, round tripping. Okay, so never ever do that. When you invest, you need to have strategy and you need to have game plan. Okay, on your portfolio especially. Okay, so this is a good one. Then moving on next. Okay, so you can see for airdrop. Okay, for those of you who have been doing resolve, you can start claiming here, claim.resolve.xyz. Okay, so yeah, I think for those of you who have been doing this, you might want to claim. Okay, and then next, we're going to see here coming in from a sister. So TGE will be around 30th May, which is 2 days from now. Okay, so I think this one are pretty much another disappointment. So a lot of people are not happy as well with the allocation. Okay, so you can see only 1034. Okay, low chance. Okay, so all these kind of airdrop, you have to be very cautious as well. You have to know whether this airdrop is worth your time based on the funding. So that's why I always say, big funding, the higher chances for you to get a better drop. And definitely it will be worth your time if you do it right. Okay. Then next, okay, 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀 token, airdrop announced. Okay, so announce their upcoming token and airdrop. So this is their ticker, CSKY. Total supply about 1B. Okay, no vesting. Okay, which is good. Okay, so eligibility, trading, meme keys, and voting. So if you've been doing this task, then you should able to qualify. Okay, and then you can able to link your wallet, whichever. Okay, so yeah, I think there are a lot of drops, but again, this is what I have, so I just share with you guys. Then next, okay, lag range. Okay, so registration opening soon. Okay, so this is a ticker sign LE, 1B of supply. Okay, registration will be around today until 2nd of June. So yeah, roughly have about how many days here? About 5 days, 6 days to register. Okay, so if you have been doing this, then you might want to register your wallet, okay, to participate in this. Okay, and then next. So this is coming in from HUMA or Human Airdrop. So I think this is a liquid risk staking token or platform. For those of you who have been staking your Ethereum, USDT, USDC on this platform, okay, I think they reward you the token. Okay, so yeah, you can be able to claim.huma.finance. Okay, I think some people who have been staking in this platform have been getting a lot of tokens from them. Okay, I got this just farming only on for 12 days. Stablecoin project are performing well. Okay, so some will provide good drops, some may not. So depending on the luck, so okay, so yeah, I think some people just deposit a certain amount and then they got quite a huge chunk from HUMA. Okay, then moving on next with the coin market cap. So where are we now? 3.42 trillion. So we have BTC now is down at 107.7. Okay, ETH at 2631. Okay, Ripple now 2.27. So I think probably this week might expect the market to have a pullback. We look at Toncoin now, Telegram up about 13.96% last 4 hours. Then we have SPX is 900, another meme, it's up about 6.97. Okay, so all in all, we can see a little bit of tokens are actually up. We look at any losers for today. Monero, pretty much old coin, 9.66. Look at Hyperliquid, 9.1, but they're already up quite a lot, almost 30% in 1 week, Hyperliquid. Okay, the Render 8.93, Filecoin 7.5, Radium 7.16. Okay, so yeah, I think probably you might see a huge breather coming in for this week or towards the end of the month. I think another, like, how many more trading days left for the US market? 2 more trading days left. Okay, so 31st will be the last for crypto as well, this Saturday. So you're going to see the candle closing, right, for this month. So we look at the dominance. So where's the dominance now for BTC, the crypto market? So Monday, we can see overall the trend is still maintaining its trend towards the upside. This is the current resistance now where it needs to break above. And then if it continues higher, okay, you might want to see around this level here to be taken out at 70.83% for the dominance. Then on weekly, we can see this squeeze. Price closing inside, price rejected at the sell zone. So maybe you might see this dominance to hit over here, 62.21. Okay, and then on daily, what happened? Price closed above the middle band. Probably it might come back to retest again, 63.62. Okay, so that is the area there for dominance. But overall, you can see H4 is already downtrend. Momentum sell, pullback, re-entry sell. So far now, maintaining this level of support, which is quite solid for the dominance. So let's see. Okay, so if not, you might going to see around this level to be played out at 63.52%. Now, if any question, feel free to put in the chat box. I'll answer it towards the end of the session. So then we can look here, right? Total 3. Isn't this the one? Excluding Bitcoin and ETH. So these are the altcoin market cap. Okay, whatever alts that you're holding will be here. So if we look at the market now on Monday, okay, this was the resistance, 1.02. Then we look here on Monday, rejected at the sell zone. Okay, rejected here, somewhere 944.79. Okay, and then probably maybe might revisit around this level here again, 781. Then on weekly, okay, so weekly setup, what happened? Close above the middle band, which is a candlestick change direction from sell to buy. So coming here for a reversal retest candle, it might come back again to retest. So this middle band can play another crucial part here at 855. If not, might see another breakdown again for weekly time frame. Okay, so daily, what's happening now? Daily squeezing, price looks set to top out from here, double top. Lack of steam to push towards the upside, most likely to break lower. Okay, for total 3. So it might hit lower now for alts. Then we look at BDC. So where's BDC heading now? So overall, all-time high, still very solid. This will be the support now. 102,328 will be the next one. Okay, look at the weekly time frame. So if we look at weekly, what happened? This was the last reversal, right? 31st March, 7 April. 7 April, finally we see the bottom, 74.694. So finally, you can see this week creating a reversal candle. Okay, a much needed reversal candle. So like I said, nothing goes up on the straight line. There will be a reversal coming in or a retest. Then only will hit higher. Okay, so yeah, this one you're going to watch 104,158 on the weekly time frame. Then you might want to see this middle band also to be played out at 93.92. Daily, see what's happening here. Closing inside Bollinger Band. Lack of seem to push up. You can see daily will be squeezed. So weekly there could be a sell to buy situation. Sell to buy. So if this is the case, you might want to take this FIBO from that high all the way to this low. So the pullback will give you somewhere around 103, 103.8. Then the golden ratio will be around 97.6 for a pullback. Okay, so yeah, around there, 97 area will be a good buy. And then your middle band here will be around 94K. That will be a good range to reaccumulate again below 100K. Okay, to get into position again. So yeah, you might want to place your buy limit orders if you want. H4 itself also you can see a setup also is looking set to break down. Why H4 top out from here, failed to break past the top BB, created an M pattern, now it's breaking lower. Okay, so you might want to see this level here. 106,987 as the critical support. Might see another break lower again, and then probably to test around this range. Okay, might come back down to this range. So this range will be how much here? 104 all the way to 101. Okay, so that's H4. And ETH. What's happening now in ETH? Okay. Monday, if you look here, setup is still downtrend. Why? Below the middle band. And then if you look compared to BTC, this is a double top M pattern. Okay. Price break below the middle band. Now it's doing a short-term reversal, which is to sell actually. Short-term pullback, which is to sell. So now the price is hovering at the sell zone now on Monday. Then on weekly, okay, the weekly is doing what? Price break above the middle band, which means change of direction from sell to buy. So we're going to see whether or not can you able to maintain. If not, you might see another breakdown for ETH. Then probably around this level, we might revisit again at 2133. Okay, 2133. Look at daily now, you can see BB squeeze. Price consolidating, you can see already. Daily BB squeeze. Weekly, there could be a sell setup is happening. Why? Weekly is at the sell zone also. Very similar. You look at how many last 2 weeks. You have this week here, failed to break past. So this is a third week now. It's trying to break. So should we see a break up or a breakdown? Okay, for ETH, where it's a decisive moment right now. But since BTC is heading lower, I think it might follow suit as well. Okay, it might follow suit. Then let's look at the out as well. So you can see what's happening now. So Solana, now it's already 171. Okay. So again, like I mentioned, a re-entry sell here, 192. So if you look at the monthly time frame, price break below the middle band. Okay, short-term pullback from the sell setup. So this is still creating a support zone at 123 for Solana. Look at weekly now. Weekly, you can see already change of direction from sell to buy. So now it's having a pullback now. So this pullback very crucial. Will it maintain at the middle band at 165 or break down at 148? And then to retest all these lows again. 148 and then 127 for Solana. Okay, so this week probably there could be a correction, a long overdue correction. Okay, look at daily now, squeezing as well. Okay, could be a huge volatility coming in. It's happening for Solana. Okay, so M pattern form, most likely to break lower. Your support zone will be here, 170. Okay, 170. Then looking on to SUI. Something now. So you can see 𝗧𝗶 also, I think, hitting lower. So if you look at monthly time frame, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So the only thing right now rejecting is this sell zone at 4.02, right? 4.02, and then your support zone will be here, 2.24. Look at weekly now. So the weekly now, one can see price break above the middle band, maintaining above the middle band, which is good, at this level of support at 3.25. So let's see whether can it able to maintain. If can, maybe might break higher and to retest at 4.8. If not, break lower, this will be the level next, okay, at 2.34. Okay, 2.34 could be next for 𝗧𝗶. Daily, what happened? Candlestick change of direction from buy to sell. So we can see a lot of this setup here, lower high compared to the previous high. Similar setup also, sell setup. Well, maybe it could break lower for 𝗧𝗶. Okay, so 𝗧𝗶 is already up at the moment. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so yeah, so I think probably 𝗧𝗶 could break lower based on this setup here. Okay, so yeah, if Bitcoin were to go down, I think also will follow suit. Okay, and then next we're going to see Hyperliquid 34 now. See, it already went up quite a lot. I think it reached all-time high. So the all-time high is here, about $40, right? One token. Yeah, $40, exactly $40. Okay, Hyperliquid is a perpetual deck. Okay, that doesn't rely centralized exchange. You don't have to do KYC. You can be able to trade. All you need to do is to connect your MetaMask wallet, fund in your account, and you can be able to trade. So which is a huge deal. A lot of people like this type of platform. So one can see now for Hyperliquid on the weekly time frame, right? Price already rallied, break past the previous resistance. Now we'll turn this level of support. Maybe it might come back to revisit $28. Okay, so I'll be eyeing around this level as well, 28 and then the $26. Okay, look at daily now. So daily momentum pullback. Okay, might want to see the middle band at 29.29 to have a short-term pullback or creating a higher low. Overall, it's still uptrend. If you look here, okay, daily come back, retest back here also is still uptrend at 29 and then leading up to 26. Look at H4. So H4, I believe, is about to hit lower. Price already trending down. And then this will be the only critical support left, which is $33. Okay, so let's see. Not 29 and then 26. Okay, for Hyperliquid. So overall, very bullish. So if you look at the FIBO, take the FIBO here, draw all the way back here. So your pullback will be around 32.94 all the way to 27.89. That is the golden ratio for you. Okay, so anything below $30, maybe it could be a huge steal here. So maybe you might want to reaccumulate around this range. Okay, for Hyperliquid. Okay, so Hyperliquid, maybe around here, 28. Okay, let me settle here, will be 26 and 28.